Hello and welcome to Tarot with Honey. So excited that you're here today again for another deck review. If you have not checked out the last deck review in the series, it's the Kipper fortune telling deck. Very excited about that review. We go into a lot of the details about the quality, the imagery, and also the price point of the deck. So today we are going to be checking out the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise Lin. And I'm very excited about this one because it's actually one of my favorite Oracle cards decks that I have at the moment. So if I have not already said, I don't remember, but welcome to Tarot with Honey. Today we're going to be doing a deck review, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and also like the video. So subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you did not watch the last video, there is a criteria that I'm using for each deck review. It's going to be a 5-point criteria or checklist, if you will, in reviewing these cards, because I know everyone has their own specific take on why they like cards, what gets them going, the quality, all of these things about the cards. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I'm going to walk you through all of the criteria and checkpoints as we go through the deck review. So here we have it, Sacred Traveler, Oracle card. My first impression is that I like the box. I think I might be a box person. The reason why I like the box is because it can keep the deck safe, clean, keep dust away. And I just like the quality of it. I like that it's nice and thick. I like the beautiful illustrations on it. It's wrapped all the way around. You can tell they definitely put a lot of effort and thought into this box, which I love. And then also they have here that it's 52 cards. So there we go. It's 52 cards. This particular deck comes with a guidebook, as they have here. The guidebook has illustrations. However, it's black and white, which doesn't bother me. Honestly, it doesn't bother me. The illustrations are so robust, but some people like looking at what the author, the creator and the author's intentions were for each card. So that's nice to have a little bit of a reference. So I always like when people, when authors and creators throw that into the actual deck. What am I trying to say? So let's move this over. Trying to make this nice and pretty. And here are the cards. So my first impression of the cards, we're going to look at the first checkpoint, which is the card quality and the size. So the size is not a small card compared to the Kipper fortune telling deck. I think that these cards are a little bit on the larger size. I would say 3 by 4 inches maybe. So you would have to have a larger hand to maybe feel comfortable with the cards. Who knows? I mean, that's just my opinion. You can have a smaller hand and still be fine with the cards. I don't think that that's a deal breaker for the cards, but it is something to note that it is about 3 by 4 inches for the actual card. Now, the card stock is, I would say, of a nice card stock. They definitely did not use a thin quality or cheap feeling card by any means. So you're really getting a good card. And I believe that this will last very long. It'll last through many readings. I've used this quite a bit for my readings. Let's see. I will say, maybe people don't want to admit this, but I always have an issue with shuffling. I always have an issue. I've never been a great shuffler. I remember back in the day, my family used to play cards. In fact, they still play cards, not tarot, but you know, they play like card games for family events. And every now and then I would jump in on a game and they would say, okay, shuffle the deck. And I'm talking about cards that were probably half this size. I could not shuffle those cards to save my life. The cards were here, the cards were there. Now I've gotten a lot better, but yeah, I'm very particular about the size of cards when I'm utilizing a deck. This deck, again, if you can see it, it's a little bit on the larger side, but you can still do very effective pulls with this deck. So I would not let that stop me from getting this particular deck. So let's get into the second point, which is the print quality, how vibrant the colors are, things of that nature. I think this kind of goes hand in hand with the third criteria, which is imagery and art. So as we're going through the deck, we're just going to take a look at the imagery and also how vibrant the print quality is. I really hope that this is in the middle. If it's not, please forgive me because I have the little tripod going on, but I hope that this is in the middle and that you can see it. Let me see something. I don't know. Bear with me as okay, I think that should be fine. So let's go through the deck. What are my first impressions? Well, I don't have first impressions because I've already seen this deck a lot, but the colors are beautiful. The colors are absolutely beautiful. Are they necessarily vibrant? I would not say that they're vibrant per se, but they are quite beautiful. There is a little bit of a matte feeling to the card. So the colors are not particularly, they don't stand out to me, if that makes sense. However, the illustrations are quite beautiful and quite energy evoking, if you will. So there's a lot of sunlight and stars, clouds. There's a lot of like fog that also invokes certain emotions when you're looking at images. So they've utilized that really, really well. There's a lot of shadowing, accentuating certain, messages. Like here we have the light and then we have the little yellow there to kind of let you know that it's illuminated. We have the house here off to the side with the chimney going to let you know someone's inside or this house is filled with warmth. So I think that that's really beautiful, and it doesn't bother me terribly that the colors are not robust. I think that the colors are sufficient for what the message is. So point 4, as we're going through, just gonna go through a little bit quicker here, but I did want to give you all an opportunity to see all the cards so that you see what resonates with you, and you'll be able to make a good consideration if you want to buy the deck. So the next one would be word descriptions. So here we have the description of the card, or the title of the card, I should say. So Grace and Gratitude, and then you have the illustration in the middle, and then you have a little more information about the title of the card. I like that. I think it works for this deck. Not all decks have it. I think, I mean, I'm not the illustrator of the deck, but I think that sometimes, you know, certain cards might need a little more explaining or a little more emphasis on the message. And this this deck does a really good job, even though it's not a lot of additional words. It's just the right amount of words to give you that added information during your reading, or give you that clarity during your reading if you need to. If you need to have it. So beautiful. Look at that smile. Shout to the heavens with happiness. I love it. Just had to stop on that for a while. So yeah, let's just keep on going through the cards. This one has 52 cards, so it is a robust deck, but very, very beautiful when you're doing a reading. You can get a lot of energy, a lot of information, a lot of clarity when you're doing a reading with this deck. Drop in the comments if any of you already have this deck. Drop in the comments what your experience has been with this deck. Do you love it? Do you wish that they could have done things a little bit differently? What are your thoughts on this particular deck? Do your clients love it? Anyone you're reading for, have they, you know, come back with any feedback of their thoughts? What do they feel when they see these cards during the readings? If you let them see, some readers don't have their clients, whoever they're reading for, see the cards. But if they do, what do they think? So beautiful. Okay, got a couple more, or should I say a few more, and then we'll be done with the deck. There we go. Do you see that? This is fogged in. So while the cards are not like in your face robust, you still see these beautiful layers of art within the image. Layers of energy, of concepts, of emotions, richness, depth. Really quite beautiful. All right, and we're at our last card now. Beautiful. This reminds me of the Fool card in tarot. So the last criteria we have is the cost. Are these cards, is this deck worth the cost? The cost, the last time that I checked, so we are in June of 2024. The last time I checked, this was about $24.99 off of Amazon. Do I think that this is worth it? I would say yes and no. Yes and no, because you know, and this is one of my favorite decks. Yes and no, because definitely the card stock and quality is there. The print quality is very nice for the art that they were, the energy that I believe they were trying to provide during the reading, or during the set, I should say. The word descriptions are pretty good. I'm very visual. I would like to have seen maybe a little bit more robust, I would say. And then I would like to have seen a little bit of a smaller card, only because of my shuffling situation. So yeah. Is it worth the $24.99? I would buy it again for $24.99. However, there are a few things in the deck that I would prefer to have had a little bit differently. But having said that, this is still one of my favorite decks by far. Because I just love the energy that I get when I'm doing readings. When I have readings on myself, I just absolutely love the energy that I get from it. So I would buy it again. You know, if they shaved off $1 or $2, that would be fine. So out of the 5 and 5, I would probably give this a 4 out of 5, due to the little system that I've created. And that point that was shaved off goes more so for the size. I think these are just very, very big. But that is a personal preference. Some people love bigger cards. If you love bigger cards, this is for you. Honestly, if you don't love bigger cards, this is still a beautiful, beautiful deck. Again, I would not deter you from getting it or say don't get it, it's a waste of money. Absolutely not. This deck is totally worth every penny to get it. But hey, if they can shave off a few dollars, if you can get it on sale, then definitely get it on sale. So that concludes the reading for the Sacred Travelers Oracle. I hope that you enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing it with you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely subscribe to the channel. Remember, this is a part of a deck review series, so there are going to be quite a few videos reviewing decks in that series, so you can go check out whichever one you want or all of them. And I will leave the link to each deck in the description below, and that will be for the Amazon link, which is where I got this particular deck from. So if you're interested, you can go on Amazon and you can purchase your very own deck. So there you go. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.